My child, I need to talk to you about something you have been hiding, not from others, but from yourself. There is a wound inside you that you pretend does not exist, a place in your heart that you locked away because the pain was too sharp to touch. You built walls around it. You learned to smile past it. You convinced yourself that ignoring it was the same as healing it. But I see what you buried. I see the part of you that still bleeds in secret. And tonight, I am asking you to let me reach that place. The place you guard so carefully, the place you never show anyone, not even me, you thought. Do you remember the woman who bled for 12 years? She spent everything she had on physicians who could not help her. 12 years of hiding, of being labeled unclean, of touching no one, of being touched by no one. She learned to navigate crowds without being noticed. She mastered the art of invisible suffering, but something inside her refused to accept that this was forever. So she pressed through the crowd, believing that if she could just touch the hem of my garment, she would be healed. She did not ask my permission. She did not announce herself. She reached out from her hidden place of shame, and power went out from me. Not because she was bold, because she was desperate. That is what I am waiting for from you tonight. Not perfection, desperation. You are here right now, and something inside you just shifted. Your chest tightened slightly. Your breathing changed for a second. That is not random. That is recognition. Your spirit knows what I am about to touch. You have been carrying shame that does not belong to you. You have been holding guilt that I already forgave. You have been hiding brokenness that I came to restore. And the reason you feel uneasy right now is because I am standing at the door of that hidden room inside your heart. The one you keep locked. The one you never let anyone enter. Stay with me. I know you want to scroll past this. I know you want to distract yourself right now. But if you leave this moment too quickly, you will miss what I came to do. This is not just another message. This is not just words that sound nice. This is me standing in front of the part of you that you have been protecting for years. And I am telling you gently, it is time. It is time to stop hiding. It is time to stop pretending that wound does not hurt anymore. It is time to let me touch what you have been afraid to feel. I know what happened to you. I know what was said that broke something inside you. I know what was done that left you feeling stained. I know what you did that still makes you cringe when you remember it. You thought you buried it deep enough that no one would find it. You thought if you never spoke about it, it would fade. But pain that is hidden does not disappear. It festers. It grows roots. It shapes how you see yourself, how you love others, how you trust me. You have been walking around with a smile on your face while that wound whispers lies to you every single day. It tells you that you are too damaged. It tells you that you are not worthy of full love. It tells you that if people really knew, they would leave. It tells you that some things are too broken to be fixed, and you believed it. You believed it so deeply that you stopped bringing it to me. You stopped asking me to heal it. You accepted it as part of who you are now. But I never accepted it. I never agreed that you should carry that weight forever. I never said that wound was permanent. I have been waiting patiently for you to trust me enough to uncover it. I have been standing at that locked door, knocking gently, not forcing my way in, but waiting for you to open it. Behold, I stand at the door and knock, and tonight something in you is ready. You may not feel ready. You may feel terrified, but your spirit knows. That is why you are still here. That is why you have not looked away yet. If this is touching something deep inside you, let me know you are listening. Comment Amen, or Yes God, or even just a heart. Let me know you hear me speaking directly to you right now. I see the shame you carry from what happened when you were younger, the moment that changed how you saw yourself. You were too young to understand it. You were too small to stop it. But you blamed yourself anyway. You carried the weight of something that was never your fault, and it made you feel dirty. It made you feel like you were less than everyone else, like you had to hide that part of your story because people would not understand. So you locked it away. You never spoke about it. You pretended it did not shape you, but it did. It shaped the way you love. It made you fear intimacy because intimacy requires vulnerability, and vulnerability feels like danger. It shaped the way you trust. You learned to keep people at a distance because closeness meant they might see the part of you that you are ashamed of. It shaped the way you see me. You believed I was disappointed in you. You believed I saw you as damaged goods. You believed you had to earn back worth that you thought you lost. But my child, you never lost your worth, not for 1 second, not in that moment. Not because of what happened to you, not because of what you did in response to that pain. Your worth is not something you can lose. It is not something that gets smaller when you make mistakes, or when bad things happen to you. Your worth is rooted in me. It is unchanging. It is permanent. And no wound, no matter how deep, can erase it. I am not afraid of your hidden pain. I am not disgusted by the part of you that you hide. I am not shocked by what you have been carrying. I already know every detail. I was there when it happened. I was there when the words cut you. I was there when the betrayal broke your trust. I was there when you made the choice you still regret. I saw it all, and I stayed. I did not turn my back. I did not walk away. I did not love you less. You thought I was far from you during those dark moments. You thought I abandoned you when you needed me most. But I was closer than you realized. I was holding the pieces of your heart that shattered. I was catching the tears you cried alone. I was standing between you and complete destruction. You survived because I carried you. You made it through because I refused to let you go. Even when you thought I was silent, I was fighting for you. Listen to me carefully now. That shame you feel does not come from me. That voice that tells you that you are too broken, that you are unworthy, that you should hide forever, that is not my voice. I do not speak shame over you. I speak identity. I do not remind you of your worst moments. I remind you of who you were created to be. I do not focus on what happened to you or what you did. I focus on what I am making you into. You have spent years trying to heal yourself. You tried to think your way out of the pain. You tried to stay busy enough to forget it. You tried to help other people so you would not have to face your own brokenness. You tried to be strong enough that the wound would not matter anymore. But none of it worked, did it? The pain is still there. The shame is still there. The fear is still there. Because some wounds cannot be healed by avoidance. Some wounds need to be touched by me. Let me tell you about Mephibosheth. I saw him living in Lo-debar, the place of nothing, hiding in a forgotten town because he believed his brokenness disqualified him. He was dropped as a child, crippled in both feet through no fault of his own. He carried shame for a wound he did not cause. He believed he had no right to my table. But I sent for him, not to punish him, not to remind him of his disability, to restore him. I said through my servant David, "Do not be afraid. I will surely show you kindness." And I brought him to my table. His feet were still broken, but his identity changed. He was no longer defined by his wound. He was defined by my invitation. That is what I am doing with you tonight. I am calling you out of Lo-debar, out of the place of nothing, out of hiding. Not because you fixed yourself, because you belong at my table. I am asking you to do something that feels terrifying. I am asking you to stop hiding. Not from everyone. Not publicly, but from me. Stop pretending with me that you are fine. Stop covering that wound with a smile when you pray. Stop acting like it does not hurt when you worship. I want you to bring it into the light. I want you to open that locked room and let me in. I want you to say out loud, even if it is just a whisper, "God, I have been hiding this from you. I have been ashamed. I have been afraid. But I am giving it to you now. That is all I need. I do not need you to have it all figured out. I do not need you to understand why it happened. I do not need you to be strong enough to fix it yourself. I just need you to stop hiding it from me, because when you bring it into my presence, everything changes. Shame cannot survive in my presence. Guilt cannot breathe in my light. Fear loses its power when you let me stand beside you. Share this if you feel me moving in your spirit right now. Someone else needs to hear this tonight. You have been afraid that if you face that wound, it will destroy you. You have been afraid that if you let yourself feel the full weight of it, you will not be able to get back up. But that is the lie that keeps you trapped. The wound is not going to destroy you. It has already done its damage. What will destroy you is continuing to carry it alone, What will destroy you is pretending it does not exist. What will destroy you is letting shame convince you that you are beyond my reach. I have healed people who were more broken than you think you are. I took the woman with the issue of blood and made her whole after 12 years of suffering. I took Mephibosheth from hiding and brought him to my table. I have taken shame that felt permanent and replaced it with dignity. I have taken guilt that felt crushing and replaced it with freedom. I have taken wounds that felt too deep and turned them into testimonies of my power. And I will do the same for you if you let me. But you have to stop protecting that wound. You have to stop guarding it like it is precious. It is not precious. It is poison. It is infecting the way you love, the way you trust, the way you see yourself. It is limiting how much of my goodness you can receive. It is keeping you stuck in a version of yourself that I never intended. And I am standing here tonight telling you that it is time to let it go. I know you are afraid. I know you think that if you open that door, the pain will be too much. But I promise you, I will not let you drown in it. I will not let it consume you. I will hold you while you feel it. I will steady you while you process it. I will speak truth over you while the lies try to pull you back under. You will not face it alone. That is the difference between hiding and healing. Hiding means you carry it alone. Healing means you let me carry it with you. You are not weak for needing me to heal this. You are not less spiritual because you still struggle with it. You are not failing because it still hurts. You are human. You were never meant to heal some wounds on your own. You were never meant to carry shame that heavy. You were never meant to live with that kind of pain locked inside you. You were meant to bring it to me. You were meant to trust me with the parts of you that feel too broken to be fixed. Right now, I want you to do something. I want you to place your hand over your heart. Feel it beating. That heartbeat is proof that you are still alive, proof that you survived, proof that the wound did not win. And as you feel your heartbeat, I want you to whisper, God, I give you permission to heal the part of me that I have been hiding. I give you permission to touch the wound I have been protecting. I give you permission to do what I could not do for myself. Say that, even if your voice shakes, even if tears start to fall. Say it, because the moment you give me permission, I begin to move. I begin to reach into that hidden place. I begin to pull out the pain you buried. I begin to expose the lies you believed. I begin to replace shame with grace. I begin to replace guilt with forgiveness. I begin to replace brokenness with wholeness. If you just prayed that, type I receive your healing so I know you are taking this step of faith. I know this feels vulnerable. I know it feels scary to let me see the part of you that you have hidden for so long. But vulnerability is not weakness. Vulnerability is the door to intimacy with me. You cannot experience my deepest healing while keeping me at arm's length. You cannot know my full love while hiding parts of yourself from me. I do not just want to be the God you pray to when things are hard. I want to be the God you trust with your hidden wounds, the God you run to with your shame, the God you believe can heal what feels unhealable. You thought that wound defined you. You thought it set a limit on what your life could become. You thought it disqualified you from certain blessings. You thought it made you unworthy of deep love. But that wound does not define you, I define you. That wound does not limit you, I determine your capacity. That wound does not disqualify you. I choose you in spite of it, not because you hid it well, but because I see past it to who you really are. There is a version of you that exists without that shame. A version of you that is not controlled by that hidden pain. A version of you that loves freely, trusts deeply, and walks in confidence because you know you are mine. That version is not fantasy. That version is what I am creating right now, but I cannot create it while you are still clinging to the wound. I cannot build something new while you are protecting something old. Let it go. Let me take it. Let me carry what you were never meant to carry. You have held it long enough. You have managed it long enough. You have survived with it long enough. Now it is time to thrive without it. And thriving does not mean pretending it never happened. Thriving means letting me transform it. Thriving means letting the pain become a testimony. Thriving means letting the wound become a place where my power is displayed. I want to heal you, not just so you feel better, but so you can become who I called you to be. That hidden wound has been holding you back from your purpose. It has been whispering lies that have kept you small. It has been convincing you to play it safe, to not take risks, to not believe that greater things are possible. It has been stealing your confidence, your peace, your ability to fully receive my love, and I am done watching it control you. Do you know about Hagar? I saw her in the wilderness, used by people who should have protected her, cast out, abandoned, invisible. She sat down in the desert and wept because she could not bear to watch her son die. She thought no one saw her pain. She thought no one cared about a woman like her, with a story like hers, in a place like that. But I found her there. I spoke to her. I saw her, and she gave me a name that no one had ever used before. El Roi, the God who sees me. She was the first person in Scripture to name me, and she chose that one. Because in her deepest moment of hidden pain, in her most invisible moment, she discovered that I was watching. I saw what everyone else overlooked. I saw what she tried to hide, and I did not turn away. That is who I am for you tonight, El Roi, the God who sees you, the God who sees what you have been hiding, not to shame you, to heal you. Tonight is a turning point. You may not feel different immediately, but something shifted in the spiritual realm when you stopped hiding. Something broke when you gave me permission to touch that wound. The process of healing has begun, and I will walk with you through every step of it. You are not going backward. You are going deeper, deeper into healing, deeper into freedom, deeper into the fullness of who I created you to be. And the part of you that you have been hiding is about to become the part of you that displays my glory the most. Because when people see how I healed what felt unhealable, they will know that I am real. They will know that wounds do not have to be permanent. They will know that shame does not get the final word. Comment: I am ready to be healed if you are choosing to trust me with your hidden pain tonight. I see you. I see the tears forming in your eyes right now. I see the way your heart is racing. I see the fear and the hope battling inside you, and I am telling you the hope is going to win because I am bigger than the wound. I am stronger than the shame. I am more powerful than the pain. The enemy wanted you to keep hiding that wound. He wanted you to bury it so deep that you would forget it was there, slowly poisoning everything good in your life. He wanted you to carry shame that would keep you distant from me, from others, from your own destiny. And for a while his plan was working. But tonight, we are breaking his plan. Tonight, we are bringing that hidden wound into the light where it cannot survive, because darkness cannot coexist with my presence. Shame cannot stand when my love surrounds you. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. But I came that you may have life, and have it abundantly, not life barely survived. Abundant life, full life, free life. If you are still reading this, it is because something inside you is ready to be free. Drop a comment, even just one word, so I know you are choosing healing tonight. You thought you had to clean yourself up before coming to me. You thought you had to fix the wound first, then show me the healed version, but that is not how I work. I do not wait for you to be whole before I touch you. I make you whole by touching you. I do not wait for you to be clean before I come close. I clean you by coming close. You do not have to have it all figured out. You just have to let me in. I am not like the people who hurt you. I am not like the ones who saw your weakness and used it against you. I am not like the voices that shamed you for not being strong enough. I see your weakness and I bring strength. I see your brokenness and I bring restoration. I see your shame and I bring dignity. That is who I am. That is what I do. You have spent so much energy managing that wound, trying to control when it hurts, trying to predict what will trigger it, trying to avoid situations where someone might see it, and it has exhausted you, it has limited you, it has stolen your peace, your joy, your ability to be fully present. But what if you did not have to manage it anymore? What if you could let me take it off your hands completely? Not ignore it, not bury it deeper, but actually give it to me so I can heal it. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Not the rest of distraction, not the rest of avoidance, real rest. The rest that comes from finally putting down what you were never meant to carry. Let me tell you about Jacob. He wrestled with me all night long. He had been running from his past for years. He deceived his father. He stole from his brother. He hid from the consequences. But the night before he had to face what he had done, I met him, and we wrestled until dawn. He held on even though I wrenched his hip. He held on through the pain, and when morning came he said something powerful. I will not let you go unless you bless me. He understood that the struggle was not meant to destroy him. It was meant to transform him. His hip was never the same after that night. He walked with a limp for the rest of his life. But I changed his name. No longer Jacob the deceiver, now Israel, the one who wrestles with God and prevails. The wound became his testimony. The limp became proof of the encounter. That is what I am offering you tonight. Not healing that erases every scar, healing that transforms the wound into a blessing. You may walk with a limp, but you will walk with a new name. Some of you are thinking about a specific moment right now, a memory that just surfaced, a wound that just made itself known. That is not coincidence. That is me highlighting what needs to be healed. I am showing you what I want to touch, and I am asking you to trust me with it. Do not push it back down. Stay in this moment. Let me work. You have believed lies about yourself because of that wound. Lies that you are dirty, lies that you are worthless, lies that you are unlovable, lies that you are too damaged for good things. And those lies have shaped your life. They have shaped your choices. They have shaped your relationships. You have been living beneath your identity because a wound told you who you are, and you believed it. My disciples once saw a man who had been blind from birth, and they asked me the question that so many of you have asked in your hearts. Who sinned, this man or his parents? Why did this happen? They wanted to assign blame. They wanted to connect the wound to a failure, but I stopped them. Neither this man nor his parents sinned, I told them. This happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Your wound is not punishment. Your pain is not evidence of your failure. Sometimes you carry something heavy not because you did something wrong, but because I am about to do something powerful. That man was born blind so that one day at the right moment, I could heal him, and people would know that I am who I say I am. Your hidden wound exists not to define you, but to display my glory when I heal it. Stop asking who is to blame. Start asking what I am about to reveal. Tonight, I am speaking a new identity over you. You are clean. You are valuable. You are deeply loved. You are not too broken for my best. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by me, and I say you are mine. I say you are chosen. I say you are being restored. I say the wound does not get the final word. I do. When I heal you, I do not just remove the pain. I replace it with purpose. I take the place that hurt the most, and I turn it into the place where my glory shines the brightest. Your wound is not wasted. Your pain is not pointless. I told the prophet Hosea to do something that made no sense to anyone watching. Marry a woman who would betray him, love someone who would run away, pursue someone who would choose shame over his faithfulness. And he did. Gomer left him. She sold herself. She hid in her shame, believing she was too far gone, too dirty, too broken to ever come back. But I sent Hosea to buy her back, to bring her home. Not because she deserved it, because that is what love does. And then I told my people, that is how I love you. That is me pursuing you. Even when you hide in shame, even when you think you have gone too far, even when you believe the wound has made you worthless, I am still coming after you. I am still calling you beloved. That is what is happening tonight. I am not waiting for you to fix yourself. I am pursuing you in your hiding place. I am calling you beloved while you still feel shame. The healing I bring is not temporary. It is not a band-aid that covers the pain until something triggers it again. It is deep, lasting, complete healing that changes you from the inside out. It is healing that makes you different. Healing that sets you free. That is the kind of healing I am offering you tonight. You have to receive it. You have to open your hands and stop gripping that wound so tightly. You have to let it go. And I know that feels terrifying because you have carried it for so long. But it is not part of you. It is something that happened to you. It is not your identity. When you release it to me, you will realize you are still whole without it. but a freer version, a lighter version. I am standing in front of that hidden room right now, the one with the locked door, and I am not forcing my way in. I am knocking, I am waiting. I am asking you to open it, because on the other side of that door is freedom. On the other side is the version of you that I always intended. But it requires you to stop hiding, so open the door. Let me in. Let me see what you have been protecting. Let me touch what you have been covering. Let me heal what you have been managing. Trust me with your worst moment. Trust me with your deepest shame. Trust me with your hidden pain. I will not reject you. I will not condemn you. I will not turn away. I will heal you, and you will finally be free.